In today's video, we're gonna be looking at 10 of the most disturbing and scariest camping encounters ever caught on tape. Let's get right into it. In September 2021, a couple decided to go camping in the Michigan woods, seeking some peace and nature's beauty. However, their nice little camping trip took a frightening turn in the early hours of the morning. Around 4 a.m., they started hearing bizarre and unsettling noises that woke them up immediately.
Hello?
Initially, they wondered if the forest might be haunted, a thought that sent chills down their spines. But soon, a far more immediate danger presented itself. The sounds of vehicles and gunfire echoed through the woods.
Someone had a gun earlier.
Yeah,
Sounded like just casual shooting,
forgot
but
about that.
still.
Realizing they were in a potential danger from armed individuals, the couple made the quick decision to pack up and leave immediately. Their swift departure likely saved their lives. Upon returning to civilization, they learned the horrifying news that several people had been found dead in those very woods. The couple couldn't help but feel grateful for their narrow escape from such a perilous situation.
She just heard on the news that a couple people were found dead. They were killed in Michigan while they were camping.
In 2018, a man decided to go camping in the wilderness of north central Pennsylvania with the goal of recording a video of his adventure. His trip was peaceful, with nothing out of the ordinary happening while he was there. He enjoyed the tranquility of nature and captured various scenes, talking to the camera about his experiences. However, the true mystery began when he returned home and reviewed the footage he had taken. As he watched himself casually talking to the camera one night, he was startled to see a smoky white figure pass by behind him. This white figure moved silently, without making any sound that could have alerted him at the time. Perplexed, he replayed the footage multiple times, trying to make sense of what he saw. He wondered if it could have been an animal, but the more he thought about it, the more unlikely that it seemed. The figure's ethereal appearance and the fact that he hadn't noticed any movement or noise while filming made it hard to believe it was a living creature.
Like I said, I was camped in a pretty thick brush on night one, and I'm pretty sure I would have heard an animal coming through that brush.
This next story seems like it's been taken straight out of a horror movie. A group of friends gathered around a campfire in the woods, looking forward to a night of fun. As the night progressed, one friend, Alexis, got up to use the restroom. When 20 minutes passed and she hadn't returned, concern began to spread among the group. They decided to search for her, worried about her safety. Their search led them deeper into the dark woods, and after a few minutes, they stumbled upon a creepy-looking wooden teepee. The structure gave off an eerie vibe, but their worry for Alexis pushed them to investigate. As they cautiously approached and looked inside, they were horrified by what they saw. Alexis was inside, unconscious and tied to a tree, clearly abducted by whoever owned the eerie teepee. And now comes the scene that looked like it came straight out of a horror movie. Imagine yourself in the heart of nature, surrounded by majestic views from your RV and the aroma of food cooking on the stove. It feels like a perfect escape, a dream unfolding in the wilderness. But for one man, this would soon turn into a nerve-wracking ordeal. Out of nowhere, a knock echoes on the door of his RV. Someone is knocking on his door while he's in the middle of nowhere, far from civilization or anyone. He holds his breath, trying to listen to any sign of movement outside. What he hears next chills him to the core. The sound of something pacing around the RV. Fear grips him as he realizes he's not alone out there. Whatever is lurking in the shadows doesn't seem friendly either. Instinctively, he locks every door and window, hoping to create a barrier between himself and the unknown threat. It's a sign that no matter where you are, danger could be lurking around any corner. Dalby Forest is not a place you would want to visit. Many strange happenings and disturbing encounters have been reported from that area. Someone decided to go check it out but will later regret doing so. As night settles in, a lone camper looks into the depths of the forest and notices multiple strange lights flickering at him.
There's some lights over there in the distance. I'm not sure what that is.
What makes this particularly disturbing is their movement. These lights aren't static, they sway and shift, as if it's being controlled by someone. The sight sends a chill down his spine as he considers the implications. Who could be out there flashing lights at him in the darkness of the woods? The mystery deepens, filling the night with an eerie atmosphere that leaves him on edge. He would eventually leave that area the next day. Two friends set out for a camping trip in the Appalachian Mountains, hoping for a peaceful escape. Most of their journey was uneventful, until they stumbled upon an eerie, deserted and abandoned-looking cabinet. It soon became apparent that this cabin was not abandoned but belonged to some feral people who lived in them, and they did not shy away from making their presence known. As the day went on, the unsettling feeling grew as the feral people kept trailing them, seemingly waiting for the opportunity to attack them.
No, there's someone down there.
The friends found themselves running for their lives, desperately seeking refuge. Just when they believed they might have escaped, things took a terrifying turn. Gunshots echoed through the night as they were running.
Oh my god. We're being shot at.
They were scared for their lives at this point. Luckily, as the sun started rising, they made it out of there safely. But it's gonna be a moment they will never forget. A man was just camping out in the woods when something really strange happened. As evening approached, the man was preparing his dinner over a campfire when he suddenly noticed a strange-looking man emerging from the dense forest. The man approached him and asked for a lighter. Startled by the sudden appearance of this stranger in such an isolated area, the man felt a chill run down his spine.
Creeped up behind me asking me if I had a light. I shit me pants.
The strange man came out of nowhere in this remote area just to ask for a lighter. It's quite a creepy situation. Despite this, the man decided to be polite and handed him a lighter. Trying to be kind, the camper offered the man some food, thinking he might be homeless and in need. But it's what happened after that really makes the situation quite disturbing. The stranger just left in the middle of the night without notifying the camper or saying anything. He left and never returned. The camper was left feeling really disturbed by this whole situation.
The fact that he just left without saying no has put the EBGBs up me, because
one night, a camper decided to use his infrared camera to capture and spot some interesting stuff inside the woods. But I bet the camper didn't expect to capture something really creepy. Initially, the camera mostly captured mice eating stuff and running around, nothing particularly interesting, but that would change very soon. The camper noticed something really creepy shortly after. A pair of handprints on a tree trunk clearly visible in the infrared camera.
Fuck is that? There's two fucking handprints.
What sent shivers down his spine was the fact that these handprints hadn't been there when he first started recording. This tree isn't the only one with these handprints either. As he continued exploring, he discovered similar handprints on other trees nearby. Each one seemed fresh, as if someone or something had just left his mark. The camper was left feeling terrified, finding out he was not alone in those woods.
I literally just panned across that, wasn't there?
In March 2024, a lone camper parked his van for the night at Peak District National Park in the UK, hoping for a peaceful night. However, his plans took an unexpected turn shortly after midnight. Startled awake, the camper was surprised to find a man standing outside his van. Instead of causing trouble, the man seemed concerned, mentioning a suspicious car speeding around the area with peculiar noises.
Yeah.
Like a...
Yeah.
Well, I'm looking at you, mate. There's a car pissing about up there.
As they discussed this, their attention was drawn to the hillside nearby. There, they spotted a figure on top of the hill illuminated by the headlights of a parked vehicle. The realization that they were being watched sent a shiver down their spines.
That light up there, it's
Just stalking us.
it's as if it's sitting up there with the headlights on.
What followed was even more scary. Upon noticing they had spotted him, the figure abruptly switched off his lights and swiftly disappeared into the darkness. The campers were left bewildered and creeped out, unsure of who the mysterious stalker was and what his intentions had been. They still don't know to this day. During their bow hunting trip in Alberta, Canada, two friends encountered an unsettling mystery. Late one night, strange and unidentifiable noises echoed outside their tent, unlike anything they've ever heard before. Determined to uncover the source, they set up a trail camera. On the second night, the camera captured peculiar movements. It detected subtle shifts that didn't correspond to any visible creature passing through. Then the unexpected occurred. A sudden flash of lightning streaked across the camera, suggesting something beyond natural. Minutes later, a creepy figure emerged out of the woods and got captured on footage. Some speculated it was the legendary Bigfoot, but the truth remained elusive and open to interpretation. The friends were left with a chilling experience, questioning what they just had witnessed in the remote wilderness of Alberta. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe for weekly top 10 videos. Also, let me know in the comments which one of these camping encounters you found the most creepy and disturbing. And also make sure to check out these videos right here for more top 10 videos.